Oh, good. Okay, I made it. I'm late again. I think I'm a little bit later than I was last week, even. I think I was about 5 minutes late last week. I think I'm about 8 minutes late this week. Get your crap together. Anyway, welcome. Welcome to whoever shows up. I'll give people a few minutes to roll in because they were expecting me 8 minutes ago. If they were expecting me at all, which I hope they were, because I did tell people that this was a thing that was happening. Doing a bowl giveaway this week. That's cool. This is the Friday live show here at Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. Gonna adjust you guys a little bit. Where most of the time, this is a weekly show now. There used to be a monthly show where I did this Q&A open session hangout thing. But then I changed it to a weekly, and I've been turning stuff live on the channel on Friday nights. And that's been lots of fun. It's kept me semi-productive over on the Lathe, which is nice. And I'm still going to do the first Friday of the month. Well, there's changes coming, but the first one of these a month is still going to be the sit-down Q&A, have a bevy, chat, hangout kind of session. So let's get into that when some people start showing up. Somebody's here. Because I can see that there's somebody here. They're lurking. But that's all right. You can lurk. I'm just going to hang out and wait for people to arrive. I'm going to cut up some names to go in a bowl that I'm going to give away. I'm going to have a beer. This week's beer is another new experiment. It didn't work so well last time, but we'll see. Boulder Dash Brewing's Honey Badger. I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. I got some stuff I know about if this doesn't turn out well. And it might be a relatively short show this week. Oh, Scott Lenzen, I'm sorry. You're not lurking, you're eating. Okay. Well, you can eat and lurk at the same time, my man. This might be a shorter show this week because my phone is seemingly on its last legs. It doesn't want to, the charging port in the bottom doesn't want to actually charge via a cord unless it's sitting in exactly the right place. So I'm sitting at like 28% on my phone, and that's what's broadcasting this. So we'll just churn things along. I'll try to keep my eye on it and not just suddenly go dead on you guys, but no promises. Actually, the Honey Badger is okay. It's better than the, what was it, Trash Panda that I was drinking a couple weeks ago. Honey Badger, not a bad offering, Boulder Dash Brewing Company. Where are they out of? Vancouver, BC. Okay, local-ish. A boat ride away. Scott is eating with 3 dogs trying to steal something. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Don't watch me, watch the dogs. Eat your food and then watch me. Chris Pinnell's here. Welcome, Chris. I got your Myrtle Bowl here because I'm gonna do some show and tell. What do we got? We got some people rolling in, so let's get talking about what it is we're supposed to be talking about. This is the month in review. Look forward at the next month. Open Q&A session. Which is the first one of these that I do every month, and then the subsequent ones are live turning over on the Lathe. So I'm gonna have some more of this Boulder Dash Brewing Honey Badger because it's pretty good. It was super cheap too. It was like $8 for 6. Might start stocking this one actually. It's good. Okay, so what we're doing, I'm gonna cut up some names while I wait for people to roll their way in and start having conversations and stuff. This is a list of names of patrons who support me over at patreon.com/woodenthingsandstuff. And they all got an entry into the birthday bowl draw. This walnut bowl I turned live on my channel on my birthday. Nice little candy dish kind of thing with some interesting, cool stuff happening in it. This walnut bowl I turned live on my birthday as a gift back to the community. So I decided that all of my patrons would get an entry and encouraged people to go over there. I even put a post up on Facebook that was like, I don't care if you cancel again right away. Go pay $3. Consider it a raffle ticket. Get in on this bowl. And nobody took me up on it. But yeah, that's fine. Amy Gersh gets 2 because she is at the level where you get an automatic entry into my draws. So I thought it was only fair to give her 2 because everybody else is not at that level and they each got 1. So thank you very much to Beckham Kresnicki, Andy Wyatt, Tony Lopez, and Charles Smith, as well as Amy Gersh, for being patrons of the channel. And good luck to you all in the birthday bowl draw. Your names are all going in. And we will do that shortly after the month in review part. Here we go. We got Amy Gersh, number 1. Tony Lopez, number 1. Well, Tony Lopez only gets 1. Amy Gersh, number 2. Charles Smith. And Beckham Kresnicki. And what is that? Tony Wyatt, I guess, is the last one. Andy Wyatt. Sorry. Sorry, Andy. All right. There we go. Got all those names are all in the birthday bowl. We will draw that momentarily. Let's get going on the month in review. Let's see if I can find out how much that bar looks really low. Okay, let's clip along. I hope I don't go dead on you guys. All right, so back in September, I got recalled to work in September, so I haven't had nearly as much shop time in September as I had for the 5 months previous to that when I was laid off. But I did get a couple of things done. I did a major shop cleanup and sort of tool reset where I cleaned all my blades and refreshed all my blades and put new belts on the belt sander and changed the blades out of the planer and put new wax on cast iron and things like that. That video went up a couple of weeks ago. While I was doing that, I decided to film a bandsaw setup video. So that was cool. Apparently people found that relatively useful. I did 4 Friday live streams. As I said, I do these every week. And I made 3 bowls in those Friday live streams. Oh, Pinnell's coming back. Okay. He just wanted to hang out for a second. Or maybe he's got food. It's cooking. I don't remember what the last one was. It bothers me that I don't remember what the last one was. I did Myrtle last week. That's this one with the sort of slant-sided tray looking thing. It's sort of a shallow candy dish kind of deal. I did Acacia the week before that. It's a deeper, almost sort of cereal bowl like thing. And I don't remember what the third one was. Somebody in the chat might remember, but probably nobody's here that was watching it. Oh, I don't remember. It's Acacia, Myrtle, and Scott did get helped out by the bandsaw thing. I appreciate that, Scott. It's good to hear that kind of feedback because I don't know what people want to see. I don't know what's going to help people or what they're going to enjoy. So I just keep making videos when I feel them come along, and that's how I run this channel. There's no forethought involved. There's a little bit of forethought sometimes. I do have a plan-ish for October, but that can change. Anyway, so I made 3 bowls live on Fridays, did the shop cleanup, bandsaw setup, and I did start, and I'm fairly a good ways along in my new sharpening cabinet build. That's going to go over by the lathe. I'm going to put a slow speed grinder on it, and it's going to be a cabinet in the bottom and 2 drawers and a top, obviously, that will hold bowl blanks and sharpening equipment and some other random thing, maybe a couple of routers. I haven't exactly decided everything that's going in it yet, but it's a sharpening station / cupboard over by the lathe. Sneak preview. That's the start of it. It's starting to come along. It's getting close. You can see the drawer dividers up top. It's got a back panel, divided back panel. It's a framing panel, sort of shaker style things with some angled feet down there. So that's getting there. It's getting frustrating, but it's getting there. That's all I can say about that. Need to finish the glue up and the final sanding and the finish on the carcass, and then I can start working on doors and drawers and a top and a bottom. I guess it needs a bottom as well. But yeah, like I said, I'm not getting as much shop time as I used to be, so it's slow going. I'm working on it Sundays, basically. And not all Sundays I feel like coming out here and putting the work in. So not every Sunday do I get to work on it, and basically only on Sundays. It's a little bit on Saturdays sometimes, but I planned to work on it at nights after work, and I just do not have the enthusiasm and I'm just not feeling it when I get home from working a full day to come out here and do some more work. And I was hoping that I was going to feel it, but it is what it is. I just can't. You shouldn't be working around power tools with sharp spinning blades on them if you're not fully engaged in what you're doing. So I don't come out here weeknights anymore and work on it, which is unfortunate, but it's coming along. I think maybe if I get out here Sunday for another batch of time, I can finish the carcass, maybe mill up the material for the top, and at least get it down over there where it's supposed to go, and then I can work on doors and drawers after that, and at least have it out of my way. So that was September. October, I'm going to finish this thing in the next couple of weeks. I think I can get the carcass done this weekend, and the top and bottom and maybe the doors done next weekend, and then the drawers weekend after, probably, if I don't find any more weeknight. If I don't ever feel like coming out here weeknights, it's probably another 3 more weekend worth of work. I will continue to do my live streams. They are going to move to Saturdays, however, because when I got called back to work, I was Monday to Thursday. I was doing 4 days a week. So Fridays worked out okay. But as of this coming week, I'm back to full 5 days a week. And I know that I'm not going to want to come out here as soon as I walk in the door from work and sit down and turn a camera on and try to be engaging with my people. So we're going to move these to Saturday nights, same time, 5:30. I've got a couple of commissions coming this month, which I probably won't film because they are things that I've already done and put on the channel. Cutting board, a record crate. Oh, the rolling pins. Rolling pins I'll probably film and put up on the channel because I somehow lost the footage of me doing rolling pins before, so I'll probably film them again for a show. Then I have to start building inventory for Christmas markets that may or may not happen this year. But if they do happen, I want to be ready for them. And if they don't happen, everything will just go on the Etsy store. And that's probably it for October, to be honest. I'll try to do a favorite tool for right now and a little tips and tricks, Mike's Maker Moment that I do intermittently. They used to be monthly series, but all monthly, weekly things, they all fall aside, and this channel is just a fly by the seat of your pants kind of channel, man. I'm sorry. There's not a regular schedule for things. That's just not how this is going to go. Life does not work that way for me. I don't know about anybody else, but life does not work that way for me. All right. So, open Q&A session. I do have some preloaded questions from Patreon people, but I will take questions if there are any from people who are here. Just throw them in the chat room. I will scroll up if I miss them. There aren't a ton of people here, so you're pretty much guaranteed to get a question answered if you ask one. Tony Lopez will start with. When is your Matt Cremona sideboard scheduled? Personally, I think you're ready. Well, congratulations, Tony, for thinking that I'm ready. But I don't. That's actually, this sharpening station is essentially a smaller version of that sideboard. So this is kind of, it's a useful thing for the shop, but it's also a sort of a practice run of the sideboard. So we'll see how that goes. And then if it goes fine and cool and smooth, which it is relatively so far, then maybe I'll think about when to schedule the Matt Cremona sideboard. The other thing is there has been discussion amongst the family that maybe this isn't the house that we want to make our next 10 years of life in. And if that's the case, and we're shopping for a new house with a bigger shop and that kind of thing, maybe I would rather move a pile of lumber to that house than a giant piece of furniture that's going to barely fit up the stairs to its home in the living room, and then try to get it back out and down and into a truck and move it to where it's going to live. So there's no schedule on the Matt Cremona sideboard. There are a few things that need to be put in place before that can happen, if that's even going to happen in this shop. But thank you for your confidence in me. Have you ever done or considered a stovetop noodle board for your fairs and markets? I understand they're pretty hot in some areas. Funny story. I had a lady contact me through Etsy that wanted to buy a charcuterie board and said, I love your style and these colorations and the woods that you use. Can I commission you to make a noodle board? And instead of being smart and looking up Googling like what is a noodle board, I expressed my ignorance and said, but I don't know what a noodle board is. And I responded to her, hey, what up, Beckham? And so she sent me a couple of pictures and said, one of these, and it's a stove coverage thing. I don't know why it's even called a noodle board. Do people make noodles on them? And I said, yeah, no, I definitely could make one of those, but you're in Texas, and it is not going to be cost effective for me to make one and ship it to you. You should probably find one more locally, because you're going to end up paying $150 or $200 for shipping one of these things down there. So I have not made a noodle board, but I did have a chance, and I have found out what a noodle board is. Amy Gersh asks, what is Fenn's favorite type of woodworking project? Does he join you in the shop often? No, not really. I'm kind of leaving it open and leaving him the option to come out. I'm not forcing him to come out. When he has come out, and we've built a little box for some Lego, and he helped me screw together an old wood rack out here that has since gone away. And he's come out a few times and helped on some things, but I'm not forcing him. I'm just, if he ever moves past his Lego engineering to want to make things, I'm more than happy to have him come out. But I'm not going to force him. I think it's enough that he sees me making things and knows that you can make things and you can fix things yourself. You don't always have to buy new things. And not everything that you have to buy. You could make it as well. And that's enough for now. But like I said, if he ever says, hey, Dad, I need one of these, and I can make it, I'll just bring him along and we'll make it together. That's it for tonight. Anything going on in the chat room? Oh, Beckham wants to know what wood I'm turning tonight. Tonight is not a turning show. Beckham, tonight's open Q&A, month in review, month look forward, the draw that you're in for this bowl, and it's sort of open hangout time. But I'm losing power on my phone, so we should get on with the draw probably, because it doesn't want to take a cord. Like, it's only charges in a very, very specific area of the charging port and it doesn't want to do it. So I'm just gonna do the draw. We'll hang out for a few more minutes until my phone's about to die, and then we'll call it a night. I'm sorry about that, how tonight's show is going, but it's sometimes you don't control everything in your life. All right, who's gonna win the birthday bowl, the walnut birthday bowl? And I will contact that person and get a shipping address for it. And shipping's on me. I'm not even gonna make them pay shipping. All right, who is it? I kind of hope it's Beckham because he's here. It is. Oh, it's Amy Gersh again. I dropped it, but it's Amy Gersh again. That's almost unfair. She did have a 2 in 6 chance though, so it makes sense. Sorry, Beckham. You get the next one, maybe. All right, Amy's getting a bowl. I already have her address because she already won a thing. She won a maple charcuterie board. But there will be more. I promise everybody there will be more draws. I do not need, if I do 3 bowls a month live on my channel, I do not need that many bowls, and I'm not going to sell that many bowls. So I might as well give some away to the lovely people who watch me and appreciate me on the YouTube and whatnot. All right, any questions? I got a few more from Beckham. Yeah, you'll get there. The draw, this particular draw, Neil Phillips, this draw was a Patreon draw for this bowl. But there will be more draws that I'm going to have. Actually, I'm going to do a 2,000. I just hit 2,000 subscribers. So I'm going to do a 2,000 subscriber giveaway of some type that I will be announcing in a video on the channel in the next week or so, probably, once I figure out what I'm going to draw. And then you watch for that one. It'll probably be the last time I did the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I did a series of Q&A videos where I asked people to give me questions to answer in a subsequent video. And then once I reached 50 questions, I put all the people in the draw and drew one of those. I'll probably do that again for the 2001. Well, Beckham, when is the next build video coming out? Well, it's the sharpening station. And the sharpening station is only half done. So Neil says, I feel like your 1,000 draw was like 3 months ago. It does feel that way. It was, I think I hit 1,000 subs in February. So it was like, and then I did 3 months worth of Q&As to gather the names for the draw. So yeah, the draw probably was only about 3 months ago. But by the time I drew it, I was probably at like 1,500. But yeah, the channel's growing. People seem to like what I'm doing here, which is cool. So we'll keep going, as best we can. We'll keep on keeping on. So Beckham, I don't know that the next project video is the sharpening station. It'll probably be the rolling pins, actually, because I do need to make some rolling pins on a commission. So that will probably be up before the sharpening station video goes. And anything else that I make that's little in between now and the time I'm done the sharpening station, those will come up too. I'm thinking about doing a cooking show. Does anybody want me to do a cooking show? I filmed myself making spicy teriyaki pork chops the other night. And if people are interested, February, March was 8 months ago, but then I did 3 months of questions. Beckham doesn't want a cooking show. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to watch. I filmed it. I'm probably going to put it up at some point, making spicy teriyaki pork chops. But we'll see. It might not be a recurring thing. It's like, was it like last year? Actually, it was right at the beginning of pandemic. I played a song on my guitar. I put that up. That's not woodworking. People like that. So maybe some people like cooking pork chops. Do I have morning wood? It is 6 o'clock at night. I do not have morning wood. Let's do another Tony Lopez question. What advice can you give to someone who wants to start woodworking but is intimidated by it, considering there is so much to know, learn, buy, etc.? I want my advice to be just go, just do it. It's awesome. But I don't think that's great advice. I think start slow with something you need and do enough research to be comfortable starting, but don't overanalyze and over research, because eventually you do just have to start cutting some wood and seeing what happens. But find out how to do it safely and start with inexpensive materials instead of jumping right into walnut and Paduke. Start with inexpensive materials and know what's safe and what isn't, and then start with something you need so that you're invested in having it turn out. That's it. Yeah. And start with simple tools. Grab a jigsaw or a handsaw and some chisels and some screws. And just, you don't need cabinet saws and band saws and stuff to just get started. Amy Gersh's next question. What's the lathe project you've seen other woodworkers do that you aspire to be able to make one day? I want to say the most impressive lathe project I've ever seen was the Barolo table by Ashley Harwood. But I'm not going to pretend like I'm aspiring to make a Barolo table. I would like to make... I want to do some segmented... I want to do a big segmented salad bowl. That's what I want to do one day. A nice big sort of 15, 16-inch salad bowl segmented turning. That would be, at this point, that's my aspirational turning goal, if I have one. Rod Potts! Rod Potts is here. I haven't seen Rod Potts in a long time. How you doing, Rod? We're doing open Q&A. If you got any questions, you fire them down in the chat. It's going to be a short show because I'm running out of juice on my phone and it's being fickle with the cord charging port. So tonight I'm probably going to cut it short. Let me know if anybody's having bevies along with me on this wonderful Friday. I'm showing off the things that I made in September in the live show on Fridays, which is now moving to Saturdays in case anybody missed that announcement. The Friday live shows are moving to Saturdays because I'm going back to work again on Fridays this month. I was only Monday to Thursday, but now I'm back full time and I am not going to come out in the shop after working 8 hours at a desk and try to be fun. Because that won't be fun and people won't enjoy it. So we're going to move these to Saturdays. The next 3 will be a turning session. And then the first one of next month will be one of these, open hangouts. But doesn't seem to be a ton of questions. So we might hang it up here pretty soon if people don't start talking. Oh, Amy Gersh is here. Guess what, Amy? You want a bowl. Beckham asked what beer I'm drinking tonight. I am drinking, I was doing another experiment at the beer store. I went with Balderdash Brewing Company Honey Badger. And it's actually pretty delicious. I mean, it's a much better, well, okay, we'll get to you. Remember Trash Panda? The experiment that went horribly wrong? This is a significant step up from Trash Panda. And it's actually, it might be a new regularly stocked fridge beer because it's cheap and it's kind of nice. What are all my planes for? Okay, a lot of them are for decoration. I've got a 5.5, a 62, a 5, 4.5, a 4, two more 4s and another 5, some wooden ones that I made, a block plane, and a little dealy guy here that I use to just trim edge banding and things. 90% of the work that I do gets done with the low angle jack plane from Veritas because it is by far the highest quality plane that I have. The rest of them I purchased because I found them inexpensively on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, and I intend on cleaning them up and making them do different jobs. So one of my 4s I'm going to make into a scrub plane. My 5.5 I think I'm going to make into a 4 plane, so it'll be a heavily cambered iron to do heavy stock removal like a scrub plane, but bigger. And for a slightly different purpose. Actually, you should watch Shannon Rogers's live stream from this past Wednesday, and he'll explain to you how to use a scrub plane and a 4 plane in conjunction. So the 5.5 is probably going to become my 4 plane, and I'm going to make a scrub plane out of a 4 and a smoothing plane out of a 4. I just have to get them all tuned up and operating properly. This guy is my edge roundover edge treatment plane. It's just a little guy that has a 45-degree notch cut in it, so it rides along the edge of something and makes a roundover, an 1/8-inch roundover over the edge. That actually gets used a fair bit too. Any craft shows coming? Oh wait, we gotta go back to Amy's comment about banana bowl. You can put your little mini green bananas in it maybe, but it's not holding regular people bananas. It's like, I want to say it's, well, let's check. Oh, I don't have a tape measure handy. I got one of these. It is just over 5.5 inches across, maybe 1.75 inches deep on the inside. It'll make a nice little candy dish. You can put mini bananas in it if you like. Any craft shows coming up? I don't think so, unfortunately. I am going to start prepping stuff for Christmas markets in case they exist. I have this package that just arrived, which is another 60 pen kits and some what do you call them? Bottle stopper kits from Penn State Industries. So that is a thing that I have to get working on. God, people love the pens. I made pens and everybody just bought the hell out of them. And I'm almost out of pens, so that I got 60 more pens to make. So that's the thing. The weekly bowls on Saturday nights. Amy Gersh bought a pen. Thank you very much, Amy. Did you catch the news that this is moving to Saturday nights? Because I work Fridays as of this week. Jennifer Bergen has a pen, that's true. She actually took hers to her office, and then she sold like 4 more for me at the office because everybody was like, oh my God, where'd you get that? Arrival of packages for woodworking makes people jump for joy. This is correct, Ahmed. I've been waiting on this package it took 5 weeks for this package to come from Pennsylvania or wherever it is. Penn State Industries, I imagine it's in Pennsylvania. Oh, Amy works Fridays and Saturdays. So, are you on your lunch break or something trying to watch this? But it is what it is. I'm going to do Saturday nights for a bit, see if that works for people. Maybe I'll do some pen turning on one of the live turning ones after I get a bunch of blanks made up. It's got to be boring watching me try bowls all the time and basically do the same thing over and over again. One of them is going to explode on there though. Oh, Amy, you just woke up. This is morning for Amy. Amy's a night shift worker at the casino. Are you guys on fire still? Are they getting the fires under control? I'm worried about you guys. Mm-hmm. Honey badger is a thing that I'm going to start putting in the fridge. Because for $8 for 6, that's a quality beer. Oh, I'm getting a low battery warning. Oh, what am I at? I'm at 9%. Oh no. Stupid phone. I'm going to go get a new phone that'll take a charge. Have you ever done resin pens? No, I have not done any resin pens. I did my first pens ever like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And it was just scrap wood from around the shop. I would like to try some resin pens. The creek fire is pretty well controlled on the casino side. Air quality is getting much better. Yeah, we had a huge cloud of your guys' smoke come wafting up over us a couple weeks ago. And it was just a whiteout. And everybody was like, oh yeah, it's like from California and Oregon. And then we all shook our fists at California and Oregon and not thinking. Everybody gets mad. Like, they're the ones on fire. What are you pissed off about? Idiots. Yeah. Anyway, I do apologize that I'm going to have to cut this one shorter than usual. Usually these go for about an hour, hour and a half. Actually, the Q&As usually don't go much more than an hour, but I can't get my damn phone charger to actually be giving power to my phone without being at exactly the right position. If I can, oh, I had it for a second. If I can get it to actually be charging, I can keep going. I had it for a second. It flashed at me that it was charging. Come on. Do it for the people, phone. This has got to be super riveting for them to be watching, but I'm doing this for you. It only charges in one exact location, and it's fickle to get at it. Come on. I had it for a second. No, I don't think it's going to go. I'm sorry. I'll keep trying. Oh, it flashed again. Hold on. I might be able to get it. It's like, it feels like I'm getting close. Oh, jeez. Come on. Do it. Do it. I said. Yep. I don't think it's going to work, my peeps. Oh! Oh! Just as I was about to give up, it's officially charging. I have to not touch the cord. I have to not touch anything. We can hang out for a little bit. Nice. Okay. Oh, that makes me feel better. Hopefully the phone is not using more power than it can bring in at any given time. Life is crazy. Just it's these little things that's like, anyway. All right. So I'm glad that that they're getting things under control down there and that the air quality is better. I was worried for you guys. Same with I've got a couple of Oregon peeps that, you know, we're always thinking about you guys when we hear that things are going badly. This is good. I like the honey badger. I'm gonna go get some more of that and leave it in the fridge. We got a couple more questions that we could go through. I got another Amy Gersh Patreon question. What are your thoughts about solid wood carved sinks? I think solid wood sinks are amazing looking. I don't know that I would want one because I feel like it would be a refinishing nightmare. Like, you would either have to have it like coated in like a 1/4 inch of epoxy, in which case it's just a wood looking sink, or you would have to refinish that sink so often that I don't think I would want one, but they are gorgeous. What's his face? Speaking of Oregon, in Oregon, the wood turner, woodshop TV, Carl Jacobson makes big wooden sinks. He turns them, and they are fantastic looking. But I would not want to use what, like I wouldn't want to own one and have one in one of my bathrooms. Nope. But yeah, they're gorgeous. I just don't want one. Tony Lopez, I have made some outdoor cooler boxes. How did I get tables out of that? I'm off my nut. Outdoor cooler boxes in the past, since you like some cold bevies at times. Maybe a future build video if that kind of project would interest you. I've seen these things. I think they might be more popular in the US because I don't see them here. But I like the concept of like a wooden, it's almost like a wooden cooler cover on legs. If I'm understanding what it is that you're saying. And those look cool, like for an outdoor, you're having a fire around the fire pit in the backyard, and you got one of these cool things. Maybe you could put a tap in it and that would be cool. A little mini keg, outdoor cooler holder that had a mini keg tap. That would be rad. Okay, now I'm thinking, assuming this is what you're talking about. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe for the start of next summer. I'm going to put that one on the list for future projects because I like the idea of an outdoor beverage dispensing cooler. Maybe out of like Western red cedar. Like, because I can get that in like fence pickets and it'll be cheap. And then if I screw it up, it won't matter. Yeah. Americans use coolers, Canadians just use pony cakes. No, we use coolers too. But we usually use coolers like when we go camping. Like usually when we're around houses, we use our fridges. And it seems like in the States, people just use coolers in their yard, which seems weird to me because your fridge is right there, like in the house. So I don't know if, like, are you so, or just not you in particular, but like Americans as a generalization, so lazy that they won't even go through the sliding door to get a beer from the fridge? They need to have a cooler beside them in the yard? Because that's kind of funny if that's the case. It feels like Americans like having a cooler in their yard. But I could definitely see having one if it was also a keg. Like, it avoids the foot traffic into the house, keeping the bugs out of the house. So, okay. You guys do have more bugs down there than we do, probably. Actually, you got some, well, not so much here on the coast, but yeah, I could see that being handy in the interior of Canada. Because we used to, like, serious clouds of mosquitoes and stuff. This is a good logical response, Amy Gersh. I appreciate that. Because I was thinking, like, man, why don't you guys just go inside and get a beer? Because Scotland's a no cooler, I bring the fridge. See, Scott's got it. Just bring the fridge outside, run an extension cord. That's a good idea. Yeah. The bugs idea and the foot traffic, I guess if you're having a barbecue party type thing, you don't want people constantly coming and going in your kitchen. Maybe I just don't have enough friends that. So if there's large crowds of people at the event, garage fridges are a thing too. I have a garage fridge. I have a downstairs. I have a fridge in the studio that's right inside the back sliding patio door for the downstairs. So like basically like fire pit, sliding door, beer fridge or beverage fridge, whatever. The beer fridge size fridge is right inside the sliding door downstairs by the fire pit. So we don't have to send people all the way up through the kitchen. But yeah, okay. I'm glad it's not just because you're lazy. Probably for most people, it's because they're lazy. You're just making excuses now about the bugs. Oh, I keep getting this low battery warning. It must not be bringing in as much juice as it's putting out, even though it's plugged in. I think I will shut it down here pretty quick, my peeps, because I went from 9% to 8% since I plugged in. So it's my phone charging situation is obviously not a healthy one. But congratulations to Amy Gersh. I will I'll get the birthday bowl in the mail for you. People have to show off all the money they spent on a Yeti cooler somehow. Yeah, okay, fair enough. We buy cheap garbage Coleman coolers from Canadian Tire. Actually, not even the Coleman ones. The Coleman ones are expensive. Get the cheap garbage like Outdoor Living or whatever they're called. Yeah, Scott, come on back next Saturday. I'm going to be making something on the lathe. I'll put a poll up if you guys are on Facebook. Like my Facebook page, because I usually put a poll up over there. If you're not on Patreon, some of you are my patrons. I usually ask people over there too to vote. I give some options on what I should turn for the upcoming episode. I got some more new things, some more new blanks today, which I think you're going to be interested in finding out about. So I'm going to take a poll. Actually, let's take a poll. Let's start the poll right now. So if you want to vote on next Saturday night's bowl, we're going to say the options, the wood options are the sweet chestnut that keeps getting outvoted, elm, what did I just get today that was new that I've never turned? Magnolia? Never turned magnolia. It looks pretty yellow as well. It looks like sort of a lighter, like lighter as in less dense, maple that's yellow. So I don't know. Magnolia, chestnut, elm, magnolia, and what's the other one that I got today that I've never turned before? Bird's eye alder is what it said on it. But it's like a big skinny one. It'll be more like a tray than a bowl. So we'll start the voting now. Beckham has already voted for chestnut. I think Beckham has been voting for chestnut every time since chestnut came on the scene as an option. Chestnut, magnolia, elm, and bird's eye alder. Amy Gersh says chestnut as well. Okay, 2 for chestnut, and that counts as, we're going to say 6. You guys, people here voting get 3 votes each, and then Patreon people will get 5 votes each, and then Facebook people get 1 vote each. That'll be the order of things. So 6 for chestnut is getting a head start already. I think chestnut's probably going to win because the people who have been voting chestnut for the last few times are going to just be voting chestnut again, and they haven't had the option. I'm looking forward to bird's eye alder. What the hell is that? That's weird. But it's, yeah, like I said, it's more like a tray. I think it's 10 inches across, but it's only 2 inches deep. So it'll be sort of a shallow dish tray thing. Anyway, I think it's got to do it because I'm still getting this blinking low battery thing. Naughty alder? No, it's bird's eye alder. I guess bird's eyes are just little nuts, aren't they? Maybe. I don't know. I could go get it from the truck, but I'm not gonna. That's all I know is that's what it says on it. It says bird's eye alder. And I looked at it and I don't see any bird's eyes in it. Maybe they just saw me coming and they got an extra $2 out of me because it said bird's eye on it. Who knows? But it was still relatively inexpensive. I don't like paying big bucks for my turning blanks because I screw too many of them up. I think it was $12 maybe. Anyway, we gotta wrap it up. Hey Amy, I asked everybody else and nobody else seemed interested. Do you want to watch a cooking show? I recorded myself making spicy teriyaki pork chops the other night, and I was thinking about putting it up on the channel, but I don't know if people are just going to get pissed off because that's not woodworking. But the channel specifically says wooden things and stuff. So maybe, okay, Amy's in. That's it. I'm putting up the spicy teriyaki pork chops. That's all I needed. I needed one person to say they wanted to see it. So spicy teriyaki pork chops will be next week's video while we wait for me to finish the damn sharpening station. Oh, this thing. At least the skeleton is just about done. Then I just need doors and drawers and a top and a bottom. And it's been like a month almost. I'm not getting enough shop time anymore. It bothers me. I can't convince myself after working 8 hours in front of a computer screen to come out and be on the ball in the shop. I need to find a way, because having one day a week where I'm like actually productive out here in the shop, other than the live Friday or now Saturday turning sessions, is not enough shop time. It bothers me. So I have to find a way to convince myself to have enthusiasm for evening woodworking after spending all day at the office. I'm just going to have to. Try not to hurt myself because I'm not fully focused. Maybe I'll do all the heavy lifting on the weekends, like all the milling and bandsaw work and table saw work and stuff on the weekends. And then I can do like hand cut joinery and sanding and stuff where I don't need to be super focused during the week. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So tomorrow/Sunday, I'm going to finish the glue up on the carcass, finish the sanding on the carcass, and mill the wood for the top and bottom. And then we're close to being ready for doors and drawers. That's it. I gotta go. I'm down at 7%. It is losing juice faster than it's taking it on, even though I managed to finally get it connected. So that's it for this one. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Thanks for watching. Congratulations, Amy Gersh. And thank you very much to all of my patrons for helping me out over there. You will be in for more draws in the future, as will I'm gonna do the 2,000 subscriber giveaway starting actually maybe I'll do that as the next video. I'll announce the 2,000 subscriber giveaway this coming week. The week after that we'll do the spicy teriyaki pork chops, and then the week after that maybe I'll be done the sharpening station. No, I won't. Maybe the week after that I'll do like my favorite tool right now, Team Myrtle. Hey Chris, did you miss the announcement that I'm taking a votes for next week? Got what did I say? Elm, the sweet chestnut thing that's been overlooked for a while now. Bird's eye alder or magnolia are the options for next week. People voting tonight get 3. People on Patreon get 5. People on Facebook get 1. So you're here. Chime in. There's no myrtle. I went back to the store looking for more myrtle today, and he said, no, I ordered a bunch more, but it hasn't come in yet. So I got magnolia and bird's eye alder today, which was weird. Oh, Chris Pinnell's on Team Magnolia. Okay. I've never done magnolia. These are all things I've never done. I've never done magnolia, alder, elm, or chestnut. So it's going to be a new experience again next Saturday. Come on back and find out how it goes. Whichever one wins. So far, chestnut is up 6-3 over magnolia. Whatever. We'll find out what happens. I think chestnut's probably going to be the winner, though, because Yeah, there have been quite a few votes for chestnut over the last couple of weeks. And based on them already having a head start, I would say that come on back next week and we'll turn a chestnut something. And then maybe the week after that, I'll have some pen blanks done up for the 60 new pen kits that I've got. And maybe we'll do a pen turning night. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. See you next time. It's a crazy world. I hope everybody out there is doing okay. So you make the best decisions you can make with the information you have before you. And then when the consequences of those decisions come along, make the best decisions you can with the new information you now have before you. That's all you can do. Bye for now. I'm shutting down. I keep telling you guys I'm gonna shut down, but I kind of just want to. No, I'm running out of juice. See you next time. Thanks. Where's the off? There it is. It's a little X in the corner.